Hello everybody, I figured I would, since I had an interest in train stuff on my channel, I would do a video showing HO layout we got here in the train room. And kind of the whole train room is all HO stuff. But yeah, this layout's been kind of rebuilt and reconstructed multiple times over the years, and this is the most current version. It's actually a couple layouts meshed together. These are two halves of a show layout that I got for free, and I bolted into the layout I was building, took down the mountain. You could kind of see where that used to be. And yeah, so I figured I'd show you guys my first sound engine, which is actually, I think I got a pretty good deal on it. Oops, because I didn't know it had sound in it. And I got myself an NCE power cab so I could use it. The sounds aren't the best, but you know, it's a pretty good deal considering I said it didn't have sound in it. This is a Proto 2000 UP3671 2882. Now, I am slowly but surely going to try to get more DCC on the layout because I'm a little bit behind the times. Got a few engines I'd like to put DCC in. This SD40-2 comes with a DCC, you know, not really port, just a place you can solder one in. This engine up here, this Burlington route engine, is a really nice runner. I'd like to get that, put some sound in that. I'm learning more about DCC and kind of figuring it out. These two E units back here, put DCC in those. And maybe this engine here, because I have a DCC GS4 daylight engine, and I got a bunch of daylight passenger cars down here. But it's in the shop being repaired because its electrical system fried. So I was thinking about putting sound in this engine here because it would make a good backup. And then I got, you know, a couple articulated logging engines. This one actually had the entire front broken off, and we kind of melded the front of another engine on it. Turned out pretty good. And this one here, pretty good. A fun fact though, both these railroads that are on it were actually narrow gauge railroads, and this is a standard gauge layout, so I probably will put some other railroad on them eventually. These units don't work that well, and kind of got them arranged, and these ones up here are the best runners, except for Thomas Tank Engine. I just put them there because I never use them. Yeah, put them up here because they're all good runners, and got all the freight cars down here. I'm intending on joining a local HO club, so I'm going to try to slowly convert over to DCC. And then down there under the tree, I got my dad a nice DCC mountain engine in Missouri Pacific. So I can't wait to see his, especially when you open that. And this isn't the permanent tray. We're going to get a better tray, and there'll be a train layout under it. And then I got another engine over here. This is a IHC 210-2, and it's got a port for DCC inside of it, and I intend on utilizing that. I'll go put it on the layout and run it. Over there next to the engine I showed you a minute ago is the IHC 210-2. Mine's in a Great Northern paint scheme. Now, it runs really smoothly. It may seem jerky, but that's because I have dirty track, and it doesn't help out too much, and especially when you're using a transformer. A lot of people have a bad stigma towards IHC, and you know, say what you will about their detail, but they're reliable, and you could run them for years. That Central Vermont engine over there on the shelf I've had for 10 years, never given me any problems. Every other Bachmann brakes all the time. That daylight one, I think this is an IHC or Mahana, same thing. But this is one of their command line engines, and honestly, I think it's pretty good, and if you have the opportunity to pick one up, I'd recommend it. They're pretty, pretty good looking. Got, nice moderate detail. Some people who I understand if you're into a more detail-oriented layout thing, but it doesn't bother me that much. I'll go put it over here in front of the station and the light so you can see it a little better. Now here we got a better look at it. It's got a pretty nice pilot, pretty detailed. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm taking this on my phone. I intend on getting a better camera soon. It's just not at the top of the list. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Got a nice pilot, really nice looking running gear. I like the tender. Now, the truth is about this type of engine is Great Northern never had an engine like this. And an engine like this actually never existed. Which is where some people, are like, oh, it never existed, I can't have that at my layout. My dad being one of them. He's a detail nut. Now, I think it's a great running engine. It pulls a lot. It's cheap. I mean, retail, you can still get them new, even though IHC is gone for about $180 new. I've got this one cheaper at one of my local train shops. And it's a really good runner, and it comes with a DCC port in the tender, which I intend to utilize. I'll probably put a Tsunami 2 in it. And I'm sure when I do that, I'll definitely put a video for it. Now, like I said, it's a good runner. I'm not going to make any guarantees. It's not going to derail on my track. Now, don't judge the engine from that. My track is really rough, and just about anything will derail on it. You can put an F unit on there, it's going to jump. Oh, wrong way. But if it's not going to derail on any loop, it would be this one. Oh, it derailed. There it goes. Like I said, it's a good engine, but everything derails. I can't even run this engine farther than right here because the curves are too tight. I'm going to have to move the DCC loop to the outer. Probably a better look if I ran the engine that way around the loop. But like I said, it's a really good engine. I would recommend it. I'm mainly doing DCC for the train club I'm joining though, because I'd actually like to run some of my trains without them derailing on a switch every 2 seconds. I won't even bother trying to pull freight cars anymore. But yeah, I like it. I'd recommend it. I'm going to try to get it to go the other way and see if I can show it to you guys running. Yeah, I couldn't get it to stay on the tracks in these rough railroading conditions. But it's a good puller and a good runner. My experience with it before I started the reconstruction of this train layout and everything kind of went off the rails, so to say. But I like it, even though, there was never actually a prototype engine that looked like this. I think it is a good investment, a fairly cheap one, and very easy to convert to DCC. And I like Great Northern. Their paint scheme is really nice. I have a lot of Great Northern diesels floating around somewhere. There's one back there. There's another one over there. I was kind of giving you a run through of some of my favorite engines. This right here was actually my dad's. It still is his. It's actually a 10 Shoto 080 brass engine. It doesn't have DCC or anything. That thing will be loud when it runs. I suppose I could put it on the loop and run it back and forth here for a minute. Alrighty. There's the 10 Shoto over there in the corner. And it still runs pretty good considering it's got to be over 40 years old at this point. A little loud. Oh, forgot I said it. Building down right here. I was parking some engines here to show you guys. Yeah, it's a great runner. It's got a hefty weight to it. Good motor. Now the lights do work, but my transformer is kind of weak. It's really nice, highly detailed too. It was painted black by my grandpa, I believe. Now my dad's engine here has a gnarly dent on this side of the smoke box. Over here, so maybe you guys get a chance to see. It's got a dent somewhere. Sorry for the, like I said, the shaky and poor video quality on my phone, and that's the best I could do for now. Maybe it's on this side. Might be hard to see in this light. But that was from a, up here in Washington, which is where I live, a big Nisqually quake happened 20 some odd years ago. This thing actually fell off a shelf. And they had to go to, God, what was the name of it? Pacific Fast Mail or something like that. Get a part for it. But it still runs, and it's the oldest engine on this layout next to another brass engine, which is a brass Berkshire. I don't remember the company that made it. I picked it up when I got that 210-2 also. And it's a good runner. I got some other interesting things back here. You may see there's a... God, why does my phone quality stink? Gaping hole in the train layout, and it's kind of obvious for what that is. I have a turntable. There's the box port, a Wilson's turntable, really old one from back in the day, sitting right here. It's gear driven. We're trying to figure out what's going on with it. This is a fairly new addition. Spokane, Portland, Seattle RS3. You know, same old. Stuff like that. I haven't really invested in any expensive, quote-unquote, engines. Expensive for me may not seem like a expensive investment. Like that 210-2 was expensive, but if it's over $80, it's expensive for me. I paid $130 for this one, so that's the most I've ever paid for HO. But I'll definitely do a video when I get sound into my 210-2, and when I put sound in anything else, when I get my other DCC engines back from the shop, and I'll probably do videos for the train club. And that's about it for now. I'll do a video when I get the Christmas tree O-gauge layout set up. And yeah, December 2017, and I guess I'll sign off. Sorry for the poor video quality again.